Good morning to one and all. So today we are going to be discussing about the in our first chapter bookkeeping and accounting. So the topic called it as an double entry bookkeeping system. Double entry bookkeeping system. So in the previous session we have been discussed about the what are the different number of accounting principles we had. So in that we had the accounting concepts and accounting conventions we have been discussed. Different number of accounting concepts we had and different number of accounting conventions also we have been discussed here. So now let us discuss about what is actually the double entry bookkeeping system here. So what is actually the double entry bookkeeping system here? So let us know here that the first person who is actually the first person who have been used of this particular double entry bookkeeping system when it has been the system has been when it has been established. So what is the main meaning of this particular? What is actually the meaning of this particular double entry bookkeeping system we are going to be learning? So what are the features we had, what are the advantages we had, what are the limitations we had. So in detail we are going to be discussing regarding this particular double entry bookkeeping system here. So let us know what is actually the, so what is actually the introduction. So the double entry bookkeeping system has been first used that the Lucas Passio. Lucas Passio. Lucas Passio. Passio. Lucas Lucas Pacioli. Pacioli. Lucas Pacioli. So Lucas Pacioli. Lucas Pacioli. He is an Italian merchant. He is an Italian merchant. Italian merchant. So Lucas Pacioli. Lucas Pacioli is an Italian merchant. He is an Italian merchant. First articulated the double entry system. He is the first person who has been articulated the double entry system, who has been articulated the double entry system in the year of 1494 AD. 1494 AD. 1494 AD. He is the first merchant who had been articulated the double entry system. Who had been articulated the double entry system in the year of 1494 AD. In the year of 1494 AD. So, though the system of recording, this is the system of recording the business transactions. Though that the system of recording the business transactions, though that the system of recording the business transactions is a systematic manner, it is a one of the systematic manner has originated in Italy, though the system of recording, though it is a system of recording the business transactions in a systematic manner has originated in Italy. So it was preferred in England and other European countries. So though it was been originated in the form in the Italian country, but the same system has been preferred by the England and the other European countries. England and the other European countries during the 18th century only. During the 18th, from the 18th century onwards, that the European and other Italian countries will be, England and the other European countries will be also followed the same way of recording the transactions here. So after the industrial revolution has been taken place, so many countries have adapted. Many number of countries have also adapted this particular system today. Adapted this particular means double entry bookkeeping system today for recording of the transactions. Today for the recording of the transactions. So in the 18th century only this system has been developed by the Italian country, but so that the England and other European countries has followed this particular method of recording the transactions from the 18th century onwards. So, but all the countries after the industrial revolution has been came into existence, After the industrial revolution has been came into existence, so from all the countries have been following this method of recording the transactions, this method of recording the business transactions here. So let us know what is actually the meaning of double entry bookkeeping system here. So let us know, this is nothing but the introduction part here. So let us know what is actually the meaning of an double entry bookkeeping system. What is actually the meaning of a double entry bookkeeping system here? So there are numerous transactions which are to be recorded in business concern. There are numerous means what here? N number of transactions we must need to record in the business concern here. అంటే వ్యాపారంలో మనం రోజు ఎన్నో రకాలైనటువంటి ఏవి లావాదేవీలని మనం రికార్డ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. అవునా కదా? ఎన్నో రకాలైనటువంటి లావాదేవీలను మనము వ్యాపార సంబంధించిన ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ని మనం ఎన్నో ఒక రోజులో ఎన్నో ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ రికార్డ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. అవునా కదా? సో హియర్ ద న్యూమరస్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్, దెర్ ఆర్ న్యూమరస్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ టు బి రికార్డెడ్ ఇన్ ద బిజినెస్ కన్సర్న్. సో ఈచ్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ రివీల్డ్ each, so there are numerous transactions which we are going to be recording, which are recorded in the business concern. So here each transaction reveals the two important aspects. Each transaction reveals the two important aspects here. Each transaction reveals the two aspects. Each transaction reveals the two aspects. Each transaction revealing the two aspects here. So one aspect is receiving aspect. One aspect is receiving aspect. One aspect is what here? Receiving aspect. That is also called or incoming aspect. One is that receiving aspect is also called it as a what here? Incoming aspect. So each transaction, so the transactions which are going to be arising in the business concern, so each transactions is going to be arising in the mainly two concepts. Each transaction reveals the two aspects here. So one is of what here? The receiving aspect. Receiving aspect is also called it as a what here? Incoming aspect. And here are expenditure aspect. Incoming aspect or expenditure aspect termed as a debit aspect. Receiving aspect or incoming aspect, or expenses or loss aspect, One aspect is the receiving aspect or the incoming aspect, or expenses or loss aspect. Expenses or loss aspect. Expenses or loss aspect. Receiving aspect or incoming aspect. Incoming aspect is also called as what here? Expenses or the loss aspect, termed as a debit aspect. Termed as what here? This all will be termed as what here? Debit aspect. This all will be called it as a what here? Debit aspect here. So that the other aspect is called it as a what here? Giving aspect. The other aspect is called it as a what here? Giving aspect. So one is called it as a receiving aspect, the other one is called it as a giving aspect. Receiving is aspect also called it as an incoming aspect, or the expenses or loss aspect. So this all will be treated in the form of an what here? Debit aspect, or termed as what here? Debit aspects here. So the other aspect is called it as a what here? Giving aspect. Giving aspect is also called it as a what here? Outgoing aspect. Giving aspect is also called it as a what here? Outgoing aspect. outgoing aspect. So the giving aspect is also called it as an what here? Outgoing aspect. Outgoing aspect also called it as an income or gain aspect. Or income or gain aspect. Income or gain aspect. Income or gain aspect. Income or gain aspect. These all three will be termed as what here? Credit aspects. These all three is called it as a what here? Credit aspect. Credit aspect. So here mainly, so each and every transaction. So each transaction is going to be revealing of two aspects. Each transaction is going to be revealing of what here? Two aspects compulsorily here. So what are those two aspects here? So one is of a receiving aspect. So receiving aspect and giving aspect here. So receiving aspect is also called it as a what here? Incoming aspect. Incoming, what will be coming inside the business? What will be coming inside the business? Or that the expenses are last aspect, or the expenses are loss aspect. So this can be known as what here? Debit aspect. This can be known as what here? Debit aspect. So here the other aspect is called as a what here? Giving aspect. Giving aspect. So here outgoing aspect, what we are going to pay. So outgoing aspect or the income or the gain aspect here. Income or the gain aspect. So this can be known as what here? Credit aspect here. This can be known as what here? Credit aspect. So these two aspects. These two aspects are going to be namely debit aspect and credit aspect. There are the two aspects we are going to know. So one is of debit aspect and the second one is called it as an credit aspect. Debit aspect and credit aspect from the basis of double entry system here. From the basis, these two are the basis for the double entry system here. Debit aspect and credit aspect. Debit aspect, credit aspect. These two are the form of basis for the double entry system. These two are the mainly form for the double entry system here. Hence the double entry system involves the means that the double entry system is going to be involving of the both. Hence that the double entry system is going to be involving of the both the recording both that the recording of the both aspects. Double entry system is going to be involving of both regarding of the both the aspects of a transaction here. Both the aspects of a transaction, that is debit aspect and also the credit aspect here. Debit aspect and also the credit aspect. So the fundamental rules under the double entry bookkeeping system. There are the fundamental rules under the double entry bookkeeping system is that for every debitor there must be a for every debitor there must be a corresponding equal value of the credit here. There must be a corresponding equal value of the credit here. So what will be we are using here? For every debitor. So in the double entry system of bookkeeping, so the fundamental rule which we are going to be using of what here? For every debitor, there must be a corresponding value of a credit here. Value for the credit we should have to enter here. So according to Battle Boy, J.R. Battle Boy, J.R. Battle Boy. So, according to J.R. Bottle by every business transaction of twofold effect. Every business aspect is going to be having of twofold aspect. Every business transaction is going to be having of twofold effect. That is, it affects the two accounts. That it is going to be affecting of two accounts in opposite direction. Two accounts in opposite direction, and if complete records were to be made, if complete records were to be made of each transaction, complete records are going to be made for the each transaction. ప్రతి ఒక్క transaction complete record కనుక మనం మెయింటైన్ చేస్తే, so it would necessary to debit one account and credit the another account here. So it would be record of debit the one account and credit the another account here. Debit one account and credit the another account here. So this recording of twofold effect. this type of twofold effect. Every transaction has given rise to the given rise to them as called it as and what here double entry system. Given rise to call it as and what here double entry system. So there must be some of the features of this particular double entry system here. There are the some of the features of this particular double entry system here. So here every business transactions affect the two accounts compulsorily. Yes, two accounts. One is of debit and one other one is a credit here. Two accounts it is going to be affecting here. So based on the transactions, two accounts compulsorily it is going to be. Every transaction is going to be affecting of the two transactions. The one transaction, one transaction definitely it is going to be affecting of a two accounts here. ఒక ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ రెండు అకౌంట్స్ని కంపల్సరీగా ఎఫెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. ఒక దాంట్లో డెబిట్ ఎంట్రీ అవుతుంది, ఒక దాంట్లో క్రెడిట్ ఎంట్రీ అవుతుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? Then each transaction has two aspects. Each transaction ప్రతి ఒక్క ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ కూడా రెండు ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి. అవేంటి? డెబిట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్ అండ్ క్రెడిట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్. So debit aspect, each transaction has a two aspects compulsorily. One is of debit aspect, that the another one is a credit aspect here. One is of debit aspect, that the another one is called it as a credit aspect here. And the third one, it is based upon the accounting assumptions. So this transactions is based upon what here? Accounting assumptions, principles, conventions and the concepts here. Accounting principles, accounting concepts and accounting conventions here. Based on all these particular transactions is related to what here? Accounting principles. Principles in the sense rules and regulations. According to the accounting rules and regulations, accounting concepts and accounting conventions only all the transactions will be there here. And it helps in preparing the trial balance, which is a test of arithmetical accuracy in accounting here. So it helps in preparing. All these transactions will be helping in preparing the trial balance here. So what the trial balance is going to be showing here? It is going to be testing the arithmetical. So the trial balance is going to be testing the arithmetical accuracy in accounting here. Arithmetical accuracy will be showing in our accounting here. And then that the finally it helps in preparation of final accounts here. So all these transactions will be helping in preparation of the final accounts with the help of trial balance here. With the help of trial balance by this particular double entry bookkeeping system here. So these are the different number of features of an double entry bookkeeping system here. These are the different number of features of a double entry bookkeeping system here. So now let us learn what are the different advantages of a double entry bookkeeping system here. Double entry bookkeeping system. So there are some of the advantages. So advantages of a double entry bookkeeping system here. So there are some of the following of the advantages of a double entry bookkeeping system here. So complete record of transactions. So what is the first and foremost advantage here? Complete record of transaction. Complete record of transactions. Complete record of transactions. Complete record of transactions. This system maintains this system means double entry system is going to be maintaining a complete record of transactions. Complete record of transactions of business transactions, because it records both aspects of financial transaction here. Both aspects means debit aspect and credit aspect of a financial transaction is going to be recorded here. So that's what we are saying here. So it is going to be, so here that the complete record, so that the complete record will be complete record of all the business transactions is going to be entered under the double entry system here. And the second one, scientific system. The second one is what here? Scientific system. The second method is called it as and what here? Scientific system here. The second advantage is what here? It is one of the scientific method here. So this is the only scientific system. This is the double entry bookkeeping system is the double entry bookkeeping system is the only scientific system of recording, only scientific system of recording the business transactions, only scientific record of recording the business transactions. It helps to attain the objectives of accounting here. It helps to attaining the objectives in the sense what is the main aim. So attaining the main aim of the accounting here. So that is the second advantage. And what is the third advantage? A check on the accuracy of accounts. A check on the accuracy of accounts. Check on the accuracy. A check on the accuracy of accounts. A check on the accuracy of accounts here. A check on the accuracy of accounts. So here by the use of this system, by the use of this particular double entry bookkeeping system, so the accuracy of the accounting work, the accuracy means correctness, exactness of the accounting work can be established by the preparation of trial balance here. Exactness are the established by the preparation of trial balance. We can know here exactly whether it is going to be arising the profits or loss. So like we are going to be getting here, and that prevents frauds and errors here. Prevents frauds and errors. Frauds and errors. It prevents the double entry system. Double entry bookkeeping system is going to be preventing the frauds and errors here. So in a disagreement of trial balance, in case of disagreement of trial balance, that the efforts will be made to locate the errors. Efforts will be made to locate the errors by internal check. Internal check చేయడం వల్ల మనకి ఈజీగా తెలిసిపోతుంది ఎక్కడ మిస్టేక్ చేసాము అనేది. So that the correct picture of the business may be ascertained here. Correct picture of the business is going to be arised here. Whether it is a debit entry, credit entry, both we are going to be verifying. So where we have been made the mistake, easily we can identify with that. So the frauds and the mistakes, errors, where we have been done the mistakes, that mistakes has been rectified. What will be happen? Fraudulent thing is not going to be arising here. So the correct picture is going to be arising of the transactions here. And the next one, ascertainment of profit or loss. Ascertainment of profit or loss. Ascertainment of profit or loss here. Arising the profit or loss we are going to be finding out here. So it helps in ascertainment of profit and loss for a particular period, specified period of time, whether it has been the business organization has been got it the profit or loss. Easily we can find it here. By using of this particular double entry bookkeeping system here. So particularly period preparing the profit or loss account here. At that particular period we are going to be preparing the profit and loss account. We can ascertain whether the profit has been arised by the business organization or the loss may be arised by the business organization. We can easily know here. Then the next one, ascertainment of a financial position. Ascertainment of financial position here. Ascertainment of financial position. So the financial position of the concern can be ascertained at the end of the each period by preparing the balance sheet here. So concern in the sense what here? Business. So the ascertainment of the whether the business organization has been got the profit or loss. Or we are going to be, it is going to be running smoothly, profitability it is going to be running, or the losses will be arising. So at the end of the accounting period, for the preparation of balance sheet, by preparing of a balance sheet, easily we can know. So the business organization is going to be running smoothly and profitably, or it is going to be arising the losses, easily we can ascertain here. And then the full details for control here. The next one is what here? Full details for control. full details for control here. The next one is what here? Full details for the control. So here that this system is going to be the double entry bookkeeping system is going to be permitting the accounts to be kept in a very detailed form. The accounts is going to be kept in the form of a very detailed form. Detailed అంటే అర్థమయ్యే విధంగా అందరికీ అర్థమయ్యే విధంగా and thereby provides the scientific information of the purpose of our control here. So scientific information will be provided for the people, those who are going to be controlled, it is going to be providing here. So complete information means detailedly it can be understood, and it is going to be providing the complete information. It is going to be providing the complete information, and scientific information is going to be provided for the purpose and for the purpose of controlling of the particular transactions here. Business organization, it is going to be providing here. So that is the another advantage here. And the next one, comparative study. It is also providing the advantage of what here? Comparative study. So the next one is what here? Comparative study here. So here the result of 1 year may be compared with the result of a business organization of 1 year may be compared with the those of the previous year, and the reason for changes may be ascertained here. The reasons may be changes. The reasons for the changes may be ascertained. The reasons for the changes may be ascertained here. So it provides a basis for remedial measures here. It is going to be providing the measures for the remedial measures here. So here the result of 1 year may be compared. The result means either it has been got it the profits or the loss, means smooth running or the difficult of running of that particular business organization. The result of the comparative study can be made for the present year to the previous year, or the 1 year to the another year. So they are going to be made in the comparison here. So here they are going to be made in the compare with the compare year maybe. So here the result of the 1 year may be compared with the previous year here. So here if it will be running high, more profitability than the last year, so what are the different measures they have been made the changes, or the losses means what mistakes they have been made here. So here in that way they are going to be ascertaining all these particular reasons to change further. So here changes may be ascertained here. So because of what are the changes, because of what changes the changes has been arised in the business organization can be easily find it out here. అంటే ఏంటి, అంతకుముందు చేసిన తప్పుల వల్ల లేదంటే ఏ మార్పులు చేయడం వల్ల ఇక్కడ లాభం అనేది వచ్చింది అనేది మనం కంపారిజన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇంకా ఏం చేంజెస్ చేయడం వల్ల మన ప్రాఫిటబుల్లో రన్ అవ్వచ్చు అనే చేంజెస్ని అక్కడ ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తుంది. దెన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద remedial measures. So what measures to overcome of such problems? If any problem has been arised, to overcome of such problems, what measures also we can take? It is going to be suggesting us here. And the next one, help in decision making. So here the double entry bookkeeping system. The double entry bookkeeping system is also going to be helping us to decision making here. So this system provides, the double entry bookkeeping system is going to be providing the sufficient information to the management, for making decisions from time to time here, So here, so ఇదేం చేస్తుంది, మనకి కంప్లీట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, అవసరమైన మొత్తం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని కూడా ఈ డబుల్ ఎంట్రీ బుక్ కీపింగ్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది మనకి మేనేజర్స్కి అందిస్తుంది. అంటే ఏంటి, ఏ సమయంలో ఎలాంటి నిర్ణయాలు తీసుకోవాలి, ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని బట్టి ఏం చేస్తారు వాళ్ళు, ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని బట్టి ఏ టైంలో ఎలాంటి డెసిషన్ తీసుకుంటే బాగుంటుంది, పర్ఫెక్ట్ సూటబుల్ డెసిషన్ అనేది తీసుకోండి, స్మూత్గా బిజినెస్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ స్మూత్గా రన్నింగ్ అవ్వడానికి కారణం అవుతుంది. So here that the double entry bookkeeping system is going to be helping, means it is going to be providing the sufficient information, means how much information is required to take the better decision. So the double entry bookkeeping system is going to be providing of all such particular information to the management to take a proper and timely decision, to smooth running of the business organization, So this information is going to be provided here. So that is the another advantage here. So helps in decision making. Like that, the management is going to be taking the proper decisions here. So these are the different number of advantages of a double entry bookkeeping system. So with this, your first chapter has been finished.